morning, parents, and welcome children to UKG Moral Stories. Children, do you like listening to stories? Yes, I too loved to listen to stories when I was small. I used to catch my father and make him sit and tell me stories. And listening to stories, I used to drop off to sleep. But I'm sure that you children prefer looking at stories on TV, isn't it? You all don't like reading. But I would advise you to read a lot of stories. Take your father out sometimes or your mother, and if they ask you what do you want, you tell them you want a storybook as a gift and read it. It will help you in everything. You will learn English, your vocabulary will improve, your reading will improve, and so on. So children, get into the habit to read storybooks, and parents, encourage your children to read. Now, today I'm going to tell you a story about the jackdaw and the feathers. Now children, jackdaw, what is a jackdaw? Jackdaw is something like a crow. It's not a crow, but it belongs to that same family. And it has a little harder beak. Now one day, in one garden, there was a big tree. And a jackdaw lived up there. Now, he used to look here, there, early morning, and used to see a lot of peacocks. One day, just below him, below his tree, he saw a lot of peacocks. And he kept on admiring them. He admired their feathers because peacocks are very beautiful. You see, when they spread out their wings, they look beautiful. And especially on a rainy day, when it rains, they love to dance. And it looks really good, very good. Now, the jackdaw, he was sitting up on the tree and he was observing them. And suddenly, he saw a whole lot of feathers on the ground. Now, he thought, how beautiful those peacocks are and how ugly I am. So, he got an idea. And you know what he did? He flew down and picked up those feathers and started sticking them all over his body. And after that, he thought, oh, I'm also a beautiful bird like the peacock. So what he did? He flew into the crowd where the peacocks were. And he started strutting around, trying to show that he is also beautiful. But the peacocks, they saw him and they got very angry with him. They thought, what a cheat he is. They didn't like him because he was trying to cheat them by putting their feathers on his body. So they got very angry with him. And you know what they did? They started plucking the feathers. They started plucking the peacock feathers all from his body. They started, and he was getting hurt. And they pecked at him and he was getting hurt. And in the end, what happened? He flew away from there. They chased him away. Get away, get away. Now, the jackdaw, what he did? He had no other way. What he did? He flew back to his own crowd, his own friends. That is where all the other jackdaws were. But to his surprise, the jackdaws that were there, they looked at him and they were very, very angry with him. They did not accept him. Why? Because he tried to cheat the peacocks. He tried to cheat them too. And they were very angry because he was not satisfied with his appearance which God had given him. He wanted to change his entire appearance, and this made the other jackdaws very angry. So what did it again? They also started pecking him all over and pulling out his plumes, and they pushed him away, told him to get out from their crowd. Then the jackdaw, what to do? He had no other place, and he flew away back on top of the tree, and he sat down there thinking. Now, children, can you tell me what is the moral of this story? Anyone? Yes, the moral of the story is that we should not try to change our identity. We should be happy with what God has given us. God has given us this beautiful image, this beautiful face, this beautiful appearance, and we should be satisfied with what we have. We should never try to cheat anyone, because if we cheat others, people will not accept us in society. They will not like us, and we too will be thrown out like the jackdaw. So children, I hope you too have learned something from this story, and you must try and relate this story to your other brothers and sisters too, so that they learn what they learn, how to be honest, how not to cheat others, and they will also learn how to be satisfied with their own appearance. Thank you, children.